So I'm recording this, well, two things. I'm recording this later than I expected, which means you're probably going to see another video in 6 to 10 hours with an 85% chance as we get Herald Exquisite Taste random item stats. But the second thing is, boy, we got to talk about game preservation, or I can talk a little bit about it because I went through a thing in real life and, man, I really hope I get to keep some digital licenses, among other things. But as we, Exquisite Taste, random item stats, and as we get into Herald Exquisite Taste, random item, custom character with 2 strength, 4 dexterity, 7 perception, 6 knowledge, 8 charisma, a camera, and the predestined perk. There is some stuff. So this video is coming, being uploaded a lot later, I'm pretty sure, if Future Jordan does things correctly. Charisma, second. Takshisan, every single non-stat check, dexterity maybe, but definitely charisma. But we can talk, well, one, we can run ally attack, that's what I wanted to say. But the second thing is, Exquisite Taste ally attack, well, this is going to be weird, but nonetheless, game preservation stuff, because I wanted to actually do something specifically for this channel, or just play a game on this channel. Unfortunately, I could not find one proof of the fact that I ever bought the game, because it's an old game that I no longer have the receipt for, obviously, as I lose these library notes. But 2, I no longer have the dump of that game that I dumped myself, and that should already tell you more than you need, more than you should need to know. But I mean, it's nothing to hide really. Metamorphosis, Household Hell, Footage, Goal, and Auteur. That I saw, was that 3? No, 2 boss mysteries that I really care about. And then Auteur somewhere. But so we'll take Footage first, but we also want to grab students. So, off we go. 8 charisma, we should be able to grab them reliably, but we have 5 experience, so I'll sacrifice. That's the good thing. And again, it's only like, what, the past 3 to 6 months ago that I figured out how Scary Story really worked. Still, though, if I didn't get the 5 experience, or I didn't pass this experience check, and also I need to go up to the legal den to get more allies, but, if I had not experimented, I would have never known that. Now, that being said, there is still some RNG factors both ways, but at least always having an option is better. But anywho, but specifically, I was looking for an old game so that I can dump that game's files again, so I could get an ISO file, because I do believe in being able to do that. I think if you buy a game, whether even if digital, but especially physical, you should be able to replace it or just keep it for yourself. But that being said, it's not completely ununderstandable why. I was figuring out, was it okay? No, Force is not maxed out level, thankfully. But it's not hard to see the reason why, even if I also do believe it's wrong. Why basically anyone in charge of making the decision to make a game oh my goodness, the accuracy. We'll just take the damage here. Why they want you to buy the game again, basically. I mean, that's really what they want you to do. If someone does not want you to preserve your games, and they just want extra money from you, and for all intents and purposes, they are getting more money, because, I mean, they don't leave any other recourse if a consumer decides to not preserve their own games, which again, I do believe in game preservation. Like, if you buy any of my games, or you spent money getting any of my games, persevere. Okay, good. Also, quickly about custom characters in general. Yeah, you should probably, if you're gonna link, especially linked events to them, you should give them an out in terms of their something that has to do with what they're good at. Whether it's a character that has a high stat, or maybe they get a perk, or they have a perk pack, or get a perk that allows them to do a requirement for their event. That usually requires you to assume they're going to level up into said perk, but I wouldn't punish someone too hard on a requirement like that. But anywho, yeah, game preservation. Not really. I'm trying to also survive at the same time. 9 charisma? Okay, good. But again, it's not hard to see why the other side wants you to just buy your games again. And it really is fueled by money a lot of the time. Although, to mention, I could see why it could be There could just be weird, even though I don't agree with it. Again, I'll say I don't. I will say I won't agree because I don't agree with it. But there could be some kind of like two terms or rules between those who've made the game that just don't allow people to preserve their games for some odd reason. But you get what I'm saying. Basically, there's some kind of not what's the phrase? Not red tape, but there's some legality that is protecting them, and I'm sure there are good reasons too as well, but usually those reasons are not going to justify basically taking away something that a consumer has bought. In this case, it is a consumer because, well, you are, well, not just consuming a video game, but if we're talking, there's someone who, oh my goodness, I'm losing the terms, but you get what I mean. The producer and the consumer, that's the relationship that a player and a not just the developer, but anyone who's selling a game. Maybe in the case of maybe the publisher, but it could be anyone really that has any. How should I say? Not accountability either. That's not the word I'm looking for. But basically, anyone in charge of making decisions for a game. And let's not lie. There aren't very many bigger reasons other than monetary gain. Because you might hear someone talk about the ethics of, say, game preservation, and then somehow connect it to pirating, which you shouldn't do, but it's easy. That's an easy out for people to say. That actually isn't really valid a lot of the time. I'm trying to figure out if I can survive this boss. I should be able to survive this boss. Now, leveling up would have also been great, but I don't think we can actually take this reliably. We'd have to throw something at this, I believe. Unless we hit this, it's still a bit iffy. And my accuracy is not great. Could go for 2, but I'd rather do this and find out. So let's find out. Nope. Well, 6 all damage. Could have been a lot worse. Anywho, moving on. There's something else I wanted to say. I didn't take any notes here, so I am basically speaking stream of consciousness. But I will keep rewinding to the fact that, yes, if you buy a game, you should be able to keep it. Now, obviously, people want to throw in a monkey wrench that is, oh, well, the game is only online. And sure, that is something to talk about in the modern and more contemporary terms. And by that, I mean, recently, games have become, games as a service, games that you subscribe to every month. We know of certain, just basically any popular MMORPG at this point follows that kind of strategy. And I think it is warranted. Like, you're not actually buying a game, but it should be readily apparent to basically a normal human being that such a subscribing to an MMORPG or a game every month is right there. It's when you're kind of hiding that behind legalese and saying, well, you're not actually getting a game because you're not getting a game. That's all I can really say on that point. And that's outside of my realm of knowledge, I guess. Someone who knows more about those types of games can tell me. Even though I've heavily played 2 to 3 really popular MMORPG. One of them is FF14. Let's just say it outright. But those games don't hide what they are, as opposed to other games that are, well, they're not really games as a service because you're still connecting to a server, but the game can exist both by design and in practicality on its own, if that makes any sense. Also, I need to store these so that these items don't disappear to the Aether. But otherwise, could also level up here. I guess I might as well. Fame is going to be the best one to pick for what we're doing. But otherwise, yeah, we just sit here and improv it. I can talk about anything I want. So, but yeah, there are examples. I think there are like at least 2 other examples of games that you buy, but they may not be readily available to the consumer for good reason. But usually, though, aside from games as a service, which is a very finicky line to walk already, because not only are that's a different kind of, not model, what am I trying to say? It's a different kind of way to try and earn as a game developer. The way to explain that is that you are relying on your ability, a creator, by the way, a developer or whoever's in charge of creating the game, you're relying on your ability to basically deliver content on a game on a regular basis, whether it's every month, whether it's every season, 3 months really, whether it's every half a year, so on and so forth. That is essential. In another way, I consider it like you're buying a game every month. So if you're charging someone $5 a month for, say, a monthly subscription, you better be delivering basically every month, optimally half the time. Basically, if you're making if you're charging people every 3 months, you want to make something every 90 days if you want, or you need to be releasing content that can satisfy the normal audience member every 90 days. If you're doing it every month, preferably every 2 months, or not 2 months, 2 weeks, sorry. And then every half a year, maybe every 2 to 3 months, things like this. This is kind of my own ethic when I was, well, trying to work on it. It's probably what you'll see me doing as well if I go on with one of the games that I'm making, which again is free, or I plan to be free, but again, we'll see how that turns out. Otherwise, Little Kitten is what I'm doing. Like, if I release Little Kitten, I wouldn't take much, like, obviously don't just give the game away and make copies of it. That would not be cool. I can't really stop that as a lone game developer. I can just say no, because you're not supposed to do that. But aside from that, like, if you somehow, if any game I make were only physical disc only for whatever reason, I wouldn't really be too torn. Now, obviously, though, if for some reason there's a law in your place of residence that just disallows the copying of mediums, whether in this case video games, but it could be anything like movies, TV shows, then yes, you should follow those rules. They exist for a reason, and if for no other reason, then it's illegal where you're at. If you have a law, rule, terms, so on and so forth that exist in that way. But aside from, like, as a human being, there's not really I don't think there's really a good reason to stop, in this specific case, game preservation. And I'll even extend that to MMORPGs. If at some point an MMORPG just completely flatlines, it would be nice to have an offline version, because you're not really hurting, like, the way you're getting money doesn't really exist. I mean, you can maybe say, oh, at the end of an MMORPG's lifespan, charge $20 and you could just play the whole game, basically, because there's no more content going to be released for it. Then it's like, okay, sure. But again, that's a very specific example. That was just the top of my head. I just wanted to give out a suggestion, as opposed to just saying something like, oh, this is bad or this is good, and just stick with that. But I like doing that. I like giving suggestions, because if nothing else, you contribute something, and even if you're contributing something that is completely wrong, you can at least reinforce or basically keep people thinking. Because if we stop thinking as the human race, well, that's not good, I think. Oh, goodness gracious. If you want to talk about World of Horror stuff, obviously, yeah, preserving something, as long as it's not illegal, obviously, or the act of doing so is not illegal, or both, really, nothing should really be stopping you. Also, we can brace into a prep ally attack, I believe. So let's prepare our allies to attack and take only 1 stamina damage. Now, we are losing a lot of stamina, but hey, also I forgot my second encounter, so that's what I get for not paying attention, but hey. Also, I should have done just double. I'm going crazy now, so let me focus back into World of Horror here. But I hope you understand what I was trying to or at least got your brain working in terms of the topic of it, because it is kind of important moving forward. I don't know why I took strength there, I guess for better braces, but really should have just taken charisma instead. I kind of regret it now. But anywho. Now, are we going to have enough Doom to survive this run, is my next question. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. The Doom, I think I got like 2 to 3 Doom decreases through events, which is nice, but my Doom is still rising through the roof. And I forgot my second encounter, so I'm really, really scared for the lighthouse checks. Although I should be able to one-shot Toxis on here. Also, I have ammunition sitting in storage right now, so 1, 2, 3. Also, actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring the Holy Candle, because there are some events that I probably should have been preparing for, because any Holy Candle event, or base Holy Candle event, or base events that require the Holy Candle, usually just decrease Doom straight up. So basically, there's no reason why I should not have why I shouldn't have had the Holy Candle. In fact, I'm pretty sure I went past the Holy Candle event. But anywho. So, that's correct. I keep forgetting. Okay, that's a dexterity. We passed because of a 1, unfortunately, so Yeah, funny enough, Auteur, a source of doom increase if you succeed those events, which you don't want to, but it's out of my hands when RNG is involved, so hey. I think this is guaranteed, right? No, it's not. But at least I get experience for it. Now, do I want to visit the monument with 5 stamina and 6 reason? I don't really want to. So, that being said, I think that's fame, right? Yeah, fame. Just by looking at the lore, but I assumed as well. Blah, blah. I really should heal here. My face, there's something on my face. But I guess we'll see what happens. My doom is a bit high, but I'm also... I know I only have 2 stat checks in the lighthouse. The question is, do I... Yeah, I do have the 6th floor. So, I guess we find out what happens at the lighthouse. I'm pretty sure I one-shot Takushi-san, but as I continue moving on here, I don't think we need to equip that. I always thought you need to equip this ritual robe to open up an option, but I don't feel that's right. So, off I go. And extra doom, just doom left, right, and center. So, yeah, I guess we'll find out. Cause a distraction. I'm pretty sure there are some thingamajiggies here, but never mind, I lied. I got the bad ending. Question mark, bad ending? I really should go back and look at the... Again, I always tell myself to do some homework, and I forget to do so, but hey, we're at the end of the run, so... we're at the end of the run, and saving the world is the most important thing. Now, we do have 8 charisma, or more than 8 charisma, so we should only be losing 3 stamina, and up we go. I am a bit worried because I did forget my second encounter. Basically, we will die here if I forget my second encounter, which I really don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the whole Rin thing. Did we somehow 2-shot the whole Rin thing? Well, let me try to at least remember what mysteries. I did footage into Metamorphosis. Oh, that could be anything. I'm just going to hope that I fought 2 things in the forest. No, actually I didn't. Did I? The Obsessed Man is in downtown. The Ribcage Woman is in the hospital. Metamorphosis just does not... If it does bring you to the hospital, only for 1 investigation. But I'm pretty sure it's not that. The whole Rin thing is in the mansion. Could have been the whole Rin thing, funny enough. Did I really go from Obsessed Man to whole Rin thing? I'm going to assume so. Nope, I was wrong. But I guess that's fine for now. We'll keep using ally attack, or working with ally attack, because it's really, really good. Especially for a character that has fame. Like, we have 8 charisma and fame. There's no reason why, as I take my frustrations out on Takushi-san here. Yeah, no reason not to run ally attack on this character. It's just that if you're missing, if you need the doom, then, well, doom. But otherwise, as the game bugs out here, I'll see you in the next video!